Josh, can you tell me the famous story about how you bought a 23-unit building for $4 million and supposedly you didn't even say anything to get it?
Yeah, so we're in negotiations. The seller was very particular about who he wanted to sell the property to. He wanted to be very careful that the person buying it was not just gonna come in here and aggressively push tenants out with cash for keys. The realtor at the time actually told us there had been offers that were higher than ours that were being swatted because the seller wasn't getting the assurances he wanted or some kind of control. We get on the call finally directly with the seller. The selling realtor was not involved. What happened was the seller was kind of talking about all the things he wanted and needed. I just remember like just staring into the abyss, just thinking this deal's done, not happening. And then all of a sudden, near the end of what he had been talking about, he just kind of like dropped in that he'd be open to a vendor take back that was much higher than what we had been told from the selling agent, so allowed us to put less capital into the deal. He also dropped that he would be willing to manage the property at like a very nominal amount. And suddenly there was a path here that made sense for this deal, all by kind of really what I attribute like just being quiet about what I wanted and just listening to what seller wanted. Had we not had that conversation with them or, you know, hung in there for that 25-30 minute version of him talking about all the things he wanted and just tried to chop it or give up on it. So I guess you could say that's kind of how we were able to lock up a $4 million building and kind of say nothing in a critical piece of the negotiation, but also just kind of hear out the other side and ultimately come to an understanding of what was important for both people.